all the stocks in the FTSE 100, Spirax Sarco, with the ticker symbol SPX.L in the London Stock Exchange, has the highest share price. And speaking as someone who comes from an engineering educational background, there aren't that many people that haven't heard of Spirax Sarco in the engineering world. They're a massive company who specialize in the supply of products for the control and efficient use of steam. But the most expensive stock surely must have the best financial documents, right? No, not always. Stay tuned to find out why this is the case and whether or not it applies to Spirax Sarco. But before anything, lend me a hand, guys, by backing my channel, through liking the video, sharing it too, and subscribing with the notification bell as well. Arguably the most important thing when it comes to a stock doing well and, rising in terms of share price is the public's perception of that stock. And as I mentioned before, this stock has a very good reputation in the engineering world. And in my humble opinion, I think it's this reputation that has given Spirax Sarco that consistent boost in share price that you see. And the share price movement speaks for itself. There is a lot of money making opportunity here. This stock's share price has consistently risen over the years, but you guys know me already. As nice as things might look on the outskirts, how are the fundamentals doing? Beginning with the income statement. Now with the revenue, there was an initial boost during years 2017 to 2018, but this quickly came to a standstill, guys, for the years afterwards, as the increase in revenue began to dry up. To such a stage that the most recent year has shown a decline compared to the previous year before then in 2019. And it's as if you can literally copy and paste the exact same thing for expenses, but because expenses and revenue are polar opposite, it ends up being a positive thing for Spirax Sarco. And to me, this is just a clear symbol that Spirax Sarco was definitely affected during the peak of coronavirus, as a lot of engineering firms shut down. But how is the net income? Because that's the main thing when it comes to income statement. The clue's in the name. And honestly, it left me a bit confused. Because when you look across the years, it does seem good with the exception of 2018. But to some that have the critical eye, it can seem like this stock is decreasing in terms of profitability. I guess the answer will lie with how the other two financial documents will fare out. And with the balance sheet here, it's as if it's mirroring the income statement, guys. Because yes, the short-term assets can cover the short-term liabilities, which is really important. And you can also generally say the same sort of thing for the long-term counterparts too. But when you look across the years, guys, for the first few years, there has been a rise, which is promising. But unfortunately, it's followed by a sharp drop in the year 2020 specifically. However, when you look at the goodwill and intangible assets section, and you guys know, you take it out of the total equity because it is meaningless, you will really see that this balance sheet does not look as strong as it once initially looked, guys. This is a problem, because in some years, it might actually even be negative, which means that the company doesn't have enough assets to cover their liabilities. They're overgeared. But hopefully, this doesn't carry over to the cash flow statement. And when I look at it, I'm pleasantly impressed with the cash from operating activities, because here, for once guys, you can see consistent growth throughout the years. Spirax Sarco are increasing on their productivity on a daily basis, whether COVID-19 is or isn't there. But you're quickly left disappointed as your eyes begin to wander down towards the cash from investing activities, because in some years it can be negative and show the company's willingness, desire to want to invest more, but in other years it can be positive and potentially stifle their growth. It's just so inconsistent. And you can copy and paste the same sort of thing for the cash flow from financing activities, because you want this section to get more and more negatives throughout the years, because it shows the company's eagerness to want to pay off their borrowers and debtors. And you're just not getting that right here. As a result, I think it's fair to say that Spirax Sarco's financial documents don't really reflect how well they're doing in terms of share price movement. As I mentioned before, the growth in share price I believe is down to their reputation. Spirax Sarco are a big household name in the engineering world. They really are the creme de la creme at what they do. They do come at a premium though, So there tend to be better value products elsewhere, but nonetheless, they have a great reputation in the engineering world. But that's just personally my humble opinion. Speaking as someone who comes from an engineering background, I just know a bit more than the average person does about Spirax Sarco. But what I want to know is, what do you guys think about this stock down in the comment box below? And whilst you're there, don't forget to like this video, share it too, and subscribe with the notification bell on as well. It's your favourite YouTuber, DS Learning Finance, sharing my thoughts and my experiences with you guys every Sunday at 3 PM. Have a great day, people. Bye.
Whoa.